It's okay to pause. It's okay to feel uncertain. Life can sometimes seem heavy or too busy, and even the thought of stepping into something better might feel far away. But I want you to know right now that there is something beautiful resting within you, always waiting, always available. It's your imagination. Your calm, gentle imagination holds the key to the life you've been longing for. Not the wild, anxious thoughts that race through the mind when you're afraid, but the quiet ones, the soft daydreams, the peaceful thoughts that drift like clouds. Those are the ones that whisper your dream life into being. When the world feels chaotic or uncertain, it's easy to forget how powerful you really are. But even now, even in the middle of what feels like confusion or lack, there is a place inside you that is still, calm, and full of possibility. When you sit quietly with yourself, when you breathe gently and allow your thoughts to soften, you create space for new beginnings to unfold. There's no need to rush. There's no need to figure it all out today. All that's needed is a willingness to trust the quiet parts of yourself, the parts that still believe in dreams, in beauty, and in the magic of simply being open. You don't have to make big, dramatic changes to welcome a new life. That's not how real transformation begins. It begins with a soft shift inside, a decision to stop fighting with yourself, a choice to allow peace to come in little by little. When your mind becomes calm, you can start to hear the deeper truth, the voice inside that has always known the way. That voice is gentle, never harsh. It doesn't push. It invites. It says, yes, you are ready. Yes, you are enough. So much of life is shaped by what we feel we deserve. If we carry beliefs that say, I am not good enough, or I must struggle to have anything, then those thoughts become the walls of our lives. But if we are willing to gently open the door to something kinder, something softer, then our world begins to change. That is what this moment can be for you. A turning point where you lovingly step into your power, not by force, but by calm intention. When you let your imagination flow without fear, you allow life to meet you with new energy. Calm imagination isn't wishful thinking. It's a sacred practice of seeing beyond what's in front of you. It's like whispering a prayer to the universe with your heart, not out loud, but inside, where it matters most. The most powerful changes in life begin not with loud action, but with gentle vision, a vision of peace, a vision of abundance, a vision of a life that feels good, soft, and safe. There is no need to wait until the perfect time. There is no need to wait until the struggle is over. You can begin where you are. You can sit quietly, breathe, and say to yourself, I am open to something new. I am willing to welcome wealth, love, and joy with calm. This simple statement begins to shift the energy around you. It begins to calm your nervous system. It softens the tension. It tells your heart that it is safe to believe again. And it is. It is safe to believe. You've been through enough doubt. You've held enough pain. You've carried the heavy bags of worry and fear for too long. Now is a time to put them down just for a little while and rest in a new idea, a new vision. You are more than your past. You are more than your fears. You are a creator, a vessel for peace, a place where the dream life can be born. All it takes is a willingness to be still, to give yourself permission to let go of control and invite the unknown with love. The unknown doesn't have to be frightening. It can be full of hope. It can be full of gentle surprises. It can be the doorway to a life that's been waiting to welcome you home. Close your eyes if you like, and imagine a life where you feel relaxed and supported, where money comes in easeful ways, where love is gentle and trustworthy, where the morning light feels like a blessing, not a burden. Breathe that vision into your heart. Let it live there. Let it grow roots. Let it become real in your mind, because when it becomes real in your mind, it begins to reflect itself in your life. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday. It doesn't matter how long you've struggled. Right now, you can choose to open your mind to something new. You can choose calm. You can choose peace. You can choose to believe that your dream life is not just a fantasy. It's a possible future that's waiting for your invitation. You don't have to make it happen all at once. You just have to say yes to the next small, soft step. This is where your power lives. In the calm, in the quiet, in the soft flicker of a new thought. It says, maybe I can. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe wealth and peace belong to me too. And that maybe becomes a path. That maybe becomes your miracle. When your mind is relaxed and open, something beautiful happens. You start to notice new ideas flowing in. You start to feel less afraid. You begin to act with trust instead of tension. The world outside begins to reflect the calm you feel inside. And from this space, new opportunities appear. Not from chasing, but from allowing. Calm is the space where wealth begins. Because wealth is not only money, it is a feeling. It is the ability to rest without fear, to receive without guilt, to imagine without limits. And it begins with the choice to stop fighting and start trusting. Trusting yourself, trusting life, trusting that something good is on the way. Every peaceful thought you think is a seed, a beautiful seed that says, I am ready to grow. And every time you return to calm, you water that seed with love. In time, that seed becomes your new reality. A life that doesn't just survive, but thrives. A life that welcomes wealth, joy, and peace as natural companions. Let's say something gentle together. I now choose to welcome my dream life with calm and trust. I allow peace to guide my thoughts. I am open to receive all the wealth the universe has for me. Say it softly. Say it kindly. Say it as a gift to yourself. And know that every time you speak with love, the universe listens with joy. There is a quiet language we often forget we're fluent in, the language of imagination. It speaks in pictures, in feelings, in the little daydreams we have when our eyes soften and our thoughts drift. It does not shout. It never demands. It simply waits to be noticed. And yet, this quiet inner language holds extraordinary power. Every thought you gently imagine is like a paintbrush stroke on the canvas of your future. The calmer the stroke, the clearer the picture becomes. When you close your eyes and allow yourself to drift into a peaceful vision of what you desire, not just for survival, but for joy, something special begins to happen. You are not escaping reality. You are shaping it. You are giving it form with love. That's what the mind does. It builds images from what it believes is possible. And when you teach the mind that safety and calm exist, the images it creates become filled with peace instead of pressure. Imagine your imagination as a soft garden. Every calm and loving thought is a seed you plant. Some seeds grow quickly, others take more time, but all of them respond to the same gentle care, your attention, your trust, your calm. You don't need to dig up the soil every day to check if the roots are forming. You simply water it with peaceful thoughts and allow the sunlight of your belief to do the rest. There's no need to force anything. Imagination is not about control. It's about cooperation. It's an invitation to life to co-create with you. The moment you say to yourself, "It's okay to imagine something beautiful," you begin to shift from fear into possibility. You let the body relax. You let the breath soften. You allow a vision to rise, one that carries you into a new life. You might notice that the more gently you imagine, the more alive your body feels. The shoulders relax. The heart feels warm. The mind becomes clearer. That is the power of calm imagining. It connects the mind and the body in a dance of creation. It reminds every part of you that life can be gentle, that success can feel safe, that wealth can arrive without pain. Your inner pictures speak to the universe in a way words never can. When you calmly imagine a joyful life, a peaceful home, a steady flow of money, or a body that feels at ease, you are aligning yourself with those possibilities. You are sending a loving signal. This is the energy I choose. This is the world I am open to. And in that openness, life begins to arrange itself around your vision. You don't have to know the how. You only need to rest in the feeling of the what. That's enough. Life will always find the how when your heart is steady in the what. It's like tuning into a soft melody. You don't force it. You listen. You let it play through you. And the more you return to it, the more you trust it, the clearer the song becomes. Let your imagination be your friend, not a place of escape, but a sacred space where you meet your highest self. A place where you can safely say, "Yes, this is the life I welcome. This is the energy I want to live in." You don't need to convince anyone. You don't need permission. Your calm imagination is enough. It is the seed, the soil, the water, and the sunlight. It contains all the elements of transformation. If you've ever carried painful pictures in your mind, images of failure, struggle, fear, know that you can change the slide. You can shift the story. You can begin again with a new image, one that soothes your nervous system and gently whispers, "You are worthy of this joy." Now let us say together, "I use my imagination with love and peace. I gently see the life I want to live. I am safe to dream calmly and trust completely." Speak this like a lullaby to your soul. Let it settle into your cells. And every time you return to this gentle picture, you are adding new light to your future. But sometimes, even the most beautiful vision cannot take root if the soil inside feels tight with resistance. Resistance is not wrong. It's just a sign that something inside needs your attention. Often it shows up as fear, guilt, or an old belief that says, "I don't deserve this," or "It's not possible for someone like me." These thoughts can be heavy, but they are not the truth. They are echoes of the past, not prophecies of your future. You don't have to push the resistance away. You can hold it with kindness. You can look at it and say, "I hear you, but I choose peace now." When you meet resistance with love, it begins to dissolve. Not because you fought it, but because you stopped feeding it with fear. One way to soften resistance is through gentle mirror work. When you stand before the mirror and look into your eyes, not to judge, but to connect, you remind yourself that you are here, alive and worthy. Try saying softly, "I am willing to receive with grace. I am open to wealth. I am open to joy." You may not believe it fully at first, but the mirror will help you learn. Your own eyes will begin to speak back to you with growing trust. Let go of the need to be perfect. Let go of the voice that says you must work hard to be worthy. That voice is tired. It does not serve you anymore. A new voice is waiting to rise, the one that says, I deserve peace. I deserve love. I deserve to receive without fear. This voice will carry you into a new life. Say gently, I release all resistance to receiving. It is safe for me to have more. It is safe for me to enjoy what flows to me. You may want to write these words down. Let them become a part of your morning or your evening. Let them live on a note near your bed. Let them remind you when the old thoughts come that you are creating something new. As you clear resistance, your inner space becomes more open. And in that openness, your calm imagination becomes even more powerful. It flows freely. It paints with brighter colors. It begins to create not from need, but from joy. And that is when life starts to change in the most beautiful ways. You are not here to struggle endlessly. You are not here to prove your worth. You are here to remember your light and to allow that light to shine. The universe responds not to how hard you try, but to how gently you align. And alignment begins with a soft yes. A yes to yourself. A yes to receiving. A yes to a new picture. With each breath, you can soften the fear. With each kind word, you can lift the guilt. And with each vision you hold in calm imagination, you are walking the quiet path to wealth, not as something you chase, but something you attract through peace. The door is already open. All you need to do is walk through, gently, lovingly, calmly. It's a beautiful thing to create a vision, but that vision becomes real, not only through imagining, it becomes real through feeling. And this is why calm matters. When the mind is calm, the body feels safe. And when the body feels safe, it says, yes, I can receive, I can expand, I can allow. So many people are holding visions wrapped in stress, trying so hard to make them happen. But wealth does not grow from anxiety. It grows from alignment. It grows from the feelings that say, I am ready, I am relaxed, I am open. The heart is always listening. It is always responding to the quality of our thoughts. When we speak kindly to ourselves, the heart softens. When we think thoughts that bring ease, the body responds with peace. It's all connected. Your thoughts, your breath, your posture, your emotions. And when all these parts come together in a loving way, you step into a new reality without effort. That's the real secret, not to work harder, but to live more gently, to allow your thoughts to reflect your dreams, and to let those dreams create your feeling of yes. Wealth is more than numbers or success. It is a feeling of being supported, a deep sense of ease in your own skin, the kind of joy that says, I can rest, and things will still work out for me. That is the kind of wealth that changes lives. That is the kind of wealth that begins with a single soft thought. It's okay for me to have more. To help this feeling grow, you can journal with love, not to figure things out, but to listen to your own inner wisdom. Ask yourself gently, what would it feel like to be truly supported? What would I choose if I believed the universe was on my side? What am I already grateful for today? These aren't questions for the mind to answer quickly. They are questions for the heart to live with. And each time you ask, you open a little more space for the answer to arrive in peace. And that's the gift of this practice. You are learning not only to think differently, but to feel differently. And when your feelings shift, your life begins to match them. What you once chased now begins to come to you. not because you forced it, but because you aligned with it. Gratitude is the bridge. It is the gentle link between now and what's coming. It reminds you that everything begins here with this moment, not when you have more, not when you are someone different, but now. Gratitude is a way of saying, I trust this moment and I bless what it holds. And that blessing creates more to be grateful for. Even the smallest things deserve your thanks. The breath that moves freely, the quiet morning light, the softness of your blanket. These are signs that abundance is already here. And when you honor what is here, you call in more. It's not about pretending to be happy all the time. It's about choosing to see with eyes of love, to look at your life and say, there is beauty here, and I welcome more. There is a rhythm to life, just like the rhythm of the sea. The waves come and go. The tides rise and fall. There is no rush, only trust. And when you begin to live in harmony with that rhythm, your life becomes peaceful. You don't chase anymore. You don't fight against the current. You learn to float, to rest in trust, to move when the energy is right. The universe has perfect timing. Sometimes what we want takes longer, not because we are wrong, but because the energy is still forming. The people, the opportunities, the openings, they are all aligning behind the scenes. Your job is not to hurry them along. Your job is to stay in harmony, to stay available, to stay peaceful. That is how you meet the right moment when it comes. If you ever feel impatient, pause and take a breath. Place your hand over your heart and say softly, I am in the perfect place at the perfect time. Everything I need is coming with ease. Let these words become a song in your heart. Let them calm the rushing thoughts. Let them restore your trust. Your daily life can be a sacred practice. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just a few minutes each morning or evening where you connect to your vision, your body, your breath. Find a quiet place, close your eyes, and let your breath guide you to calm. Imagine one beautiful thing you desire, not with urgency, but with love. Let yourself feel it, and then speak one gentle truth. This is my new story, and I trust it is unfolding now. You might place your hand on your heart and say, thank you. You might look into your own eyes in the mirror and say, I am proud of you for showing up. These are simple things, but they are sacred. They tell your inner world that it is safe now, safe to receive, safe to grow, safe to shine. These practices are not about fixing. They are about returning to the truth that you are enough, just as you are. That wealth is not earned through suffering, but allowed through peace. That the universe responds to your calm with grace. If today is a beginning for you, let it be a soft one. Don't push yourself to feel everything all at once. Just begin with a whisper that says, I am choosing peace. I am welcoming wealth. I am open to joy. And let that whisper grow day by day into a voice of love that echoes through your life. You are not too late. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be to begin. And every calm breath, every loving thought, every small step taken in trust is shaping your new life. Let us speak together now. I now choose thoughts that feel good. I imagine with peace. I receive with love. My life is unfolding in perfect timing. Say it with your heart. Let it rise like sunlight inside you. And know this, you are not alone. You are supported by life itself. You are worthy of the dream you hold, and it is already making its way to you with every calm, loving thought you choose today.